Attention.
This gathering is not an APC gathering. It is not Bola Ahmed Tinubu Kingsmen gathering. And the people in this hall are not the supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are not loyalists of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. These are the senior judges of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I am talking about judges that are in charge of the judiciary. The judges that interpret your laws. The judges that are supposed to be the custodian of Nigerian laws. Now acting like supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are not acting like loyalists of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are not acting like party faithfuls. Singing "On your mandate we shall stand" to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let that sink in. The same judiciary that is supposed to be independent, impartial, and above political influence is now literally serenading the executive. And this isn't the first time. The members of the National Assembly did the exact thing when Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrived to present the national budget. They sang, they danced, they celebrated the man they are supposed to be checking and balancing. If you are not worried yet, you should be, because what we are witnessing isn't just embarrassing, it's a full-scale assault on Nigerian democracy. Let's start with the basic. Democracy works on one fundamental principle: separation of powers. The executive, that is the president, the legislature, that is the National Assembly, and the judiciary, the courts, are supposed to operate independently. They check each other, they balance each other. When one becomes too powerful, the other stepped in. But what happens when all three are singing from the same hymn book? When judges bow to the executive, justice becomes a joke. The courts are no longer a place where citizens can seek redress against government outreach. They become a tool for the powerful to crush dissent, silence opposition, and legitimize injustice. Think about it. If a judge has already declared "on your mandate we shall stand," how can they deliver an impartial ruling against that same mandate? If they have already pledged allegiance to Tinubu, how can they rule against his government when citizens come seeking justice? They can't, and they won't. This didn't start today. Before we go further, let me make this passionate appeal. Look at this analytics from YouTube. It shows that 96% of those that watch this channel have not subscribed. When you hit the subscribe button and like this video, you are not just supporting me, you are telling YouTube this content matters. The algorithm listens to subscribers and likes. It pushes our videos further. It helps us reach more Nigerians who need the truth. So if this video informed you, angered you, or make you think, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and hit the like button right now. Since Bola Ahmed Tinubu assumed office on May 29, 2023, the Nigerian judiciary has been systematically compromised. The 2023 presidential election was one of the most controversial in Nigeria's history. It was a political coup, widespread report of voter suppression, vote buying, rigging, and INEC failure to upload results in real time as required by the law. The opposition parties, PDP and the Labour Party, challenged the result in court. Not only did they challenge the result in court, they challenged Bola Ahmed Tinubu eligibility to contest in that election. Tinubu was facing eligibility issue in that election, which ranges from age falsification, result falsification, and his alleged involvement in cocaine trafficking in Chicago, United States. But what did the court do? They dismissed the petitions, not because the evidence wasn't there, not because the arguments weren't strong, but because the judiciary had already made its choice. The Supreme Court ruling in Tinubu election case was delivered with lightning speed, just months after the election. Compare that to previous election tribunals that drag on for years. Regarding the certificate forgery, age falsification, alleged involvement in cocaine trafficking in Chicago, the Supreme Court did not even look at the matter. According to the Supreme Court, the information and evidence came late. Tinubu was declared the winner of the 2023 presidential election with all of this hard evidence against him, with all of his baggage and controversies. Why? Very simple. The court was blind. Justice was blind. Legal experts across the country were stunned. Many pointed out glaring inconsistencies in the judgment, but it didn't matter. The judiciary had already decided Tinubu's mandate will stand. And ever since then, the court has been dancing to the tone of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now let me give you an exhibit of what happened. The Kano State gubernatorial election saga. In Kano State, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of the NPP won the 2023 gubernatorial election, but the APC challenged the result. And what happened? The court removed Yusuf and installed the APC candidate, despite overwhelming evidence that the people of Kano had voted for NPP. It was a judicial coup, plain and simple. But eventually, after public outcry and legal wrangling, Yusuf was reinstated, but the damage was done. The message was clear. If you are not in Tinubu good books, the court can and will come for you. The governor of Plateau and Bauchi states had to personally thank Bola Ahmed Tinubu for not interfering in their election petition. They saw their court victory as not the people mandate, but because Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not interfere in the judicial process. Tinubu declared a state of emergency in Rivers State, which was illegal. What is happening in Rivers State has no reason, has nothing so far to do with the state of emergency. Not only did he declare a state of emergency in Rivers State, he illegally removed the elected governor Simila Yefubara, the deputy governor Ngozi Odo, and all the elected officials in Rivers State. The PDP governor challenged that process in court. To date, the Supreme Court is yet to give a ruling regarding that. This is because the court is compromised. How did he even get here? How is Bola Ahmed Tinubu controlling the two most important institutions in our democratic setting, the National Assembly and the judiciary? Bola Ahmed Tinubu isn't stupid. He knows that to consolidate power, he needs the judiciary in his pocket, and he has been working overtime to make that happen. In 2023, shortly after taking office, Tinubu approved a 300% salary increase for judicial officers. Suddenly, judges who were struggling to make ends meet were earning millions. Their allowances were increased. Their perks were expanded. I know you might say, what's wrong with paying judges well? Absolutely nothing is wrong if it's done transparently and without string attached. But when you increase judicial salaries by 300%, while the minimum wage remains 70,000 naira, which was recently increased to 70,000 naira, and millions of Nigerians are starving, it raises questions. Not only were their salaries increased, cars and houses were also purchased and built for judges. Again, there is nothing wrong with this, but how many houses have been built for the ordinary Nigerian citizens? Instead, they cannot afford to pay rent anymore. The cost of housing is over the roof. So you need to ask the bigger question. Was this about improving the judiciary, or was it about buying loyalty? Again, Tinubu has been strategic in his judicial appointment. Key positions in the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal have been filled with individuals known to be sympathetic to APC. For instance, the wife of Nyesom Wike, who is an APC minister, was appointed in the Court of Appeal. This ensures that any case that threatens his grip on power will be handled by friendly judges. From state house dinners to private meetings, Tinubu has been whining and dining with the judiciary. He treats them like political allies because that's exactly what they have become. And now, they are singing for him. Tinubu's strategy is clear. Capture every institution of government and eliminate all opposition. This isn't governance. This is hostile takeover. He has not just captured the judiciary, he has also captured the National Assembly, the body that was supposed to run check and balance on the president. They are paying obeisance to him, singing his campaign song to him. Remember when the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and House Speaker Tajudeen Abbas were elected? These weren't free and fair internal elections. Tinubu handpicked them. He funded their campaign. He ensured his loyalists won. Now the National Assembly rubber stamp every bill Tinubu sends. They approve every loan. They pass every tax. They don't debate. They don't scrutinize. They obey. And when it comes to present the budget, they sing to him. They don't even ask questions regarding the budget. That is the reason why Bola Ahmed Tinubu has borrowed more money than Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, Yar'Adua and Buhari combined in just over 2 years in office. That is the same reason why Nigeria is building a Lagos-Calabar coastal highway with no due process. A coastal highway that cost over 15 trillion naira was handed over to Tinubu confident. This contract was awarded with no competitive bidding. As we have already established, the courts are no longer independent. They have become an extension of Aso Rock. This is full-blown state captured with the intent of power consolidation. Now, this brings us to the wave of defection sweeping across the country. In recent months, several state governors have defected from their parties to the APC. Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara is under intense pressure to defect. Governors from PDP and other parties are quietly being courted. And according to credible reports, each governor who defect is being offered 250 billion naira. Let me repeat that. 250 billion naira per governor. Where is this money coming from? From you, from me, from the Nigerian treasury, from funds that should be used to build roads, hospitals and schools, from money that should be feeding hungry children and paying teachers and doctors, for money that should have gone into improving our security architecture, equipping our armed forces. Just recently, a brigadier general was captured by ASWIP. Not just was he captured, he was executed. The first time in 15 years, a brigadier general will be captured and killed. Over 20 young girls have been kidnapped in Kebbi State. Insecurity is on the rise. The naira is weak. Unemployment on the rise. Poverty on the rise. Inflation has skyrocketed. The purchasing power of the people has been greatly reduced. All this money, if true, could have been used to sort these problems, but instead, they are being used to buy political loyalty. The president is not concerned himself about governance. All he cares is politics, power consolidation, state capture. Because he is involved in politics, he is no longer about serving the people. Because of politics, all these governors who defect to APC no longer care about their state. They stop pushing for development. They stop fighting for their people. Instead, they become Tinubu's errand boys, waiting for the next handout from Abuja. This is state capture in its purest form. While Tinubu is busy buying politicians and judges, Nigeria is burning. The economy is in a free fall. The naira has collapsed. Inflation is at all-time high, over 30%. The cost of food has skyrocketed. A bag of rice that cost 30,000 naira in 2023 now costs over 80,000 naira. Fuel prices have tripled. Bandits and terrorists are terrorizing the north. Kidnappings are rampant. Families are paying millions in ransom. Boko Haram and ISWAP continue their reign of terror. In the southeast, unknown gunmen are wreaking havoc. And what is the government doing? Absolutely nothing. Because Tinubu is too busy consolidating power to actually govern. Poverty is exploding. According to the World Bank, over 70 million Nigerians now live in extreme poverty. That is more than the entire population of South Africa. Unemployment is at 33%. Youth unemployment is even higher, over 42%. Meanwhile, the president is spending 215 billion naira per governor to buy loyalty. Here is the harsh truth. Every naira spent on political consolidation is a naira stolen from the governance. When Tinubu spends 250 billion to buy a governor, that's 250 billion not spent on healthcare, education, infrastructure, or security. When judges are given 300% pay rise, while teachers earn peanuts, that's a betrayal of the people. When the National Assembly is more interested in singing for the president than scrutinizing his policies, democracy dies. And when the judiciary becomes a tool of the executive, justice becomes a privilege for the rich and the powerful, not a right for all citizens. If this continues, Nigeria is headed for disaster. A country where the judiciary is compromised cannot have rule of law. A country where governors are bought and sold cannot have federalism. A country where the legislature is a rubber stamp cannot have accountability. and a country where the president is more interested in power than people cannot have progress. That's how democracy dies, not with a bang, but with a song. I am Avalanche Media, and I bring the truth like an avalanche, fast, heavy, and unstoppable. Stay informed, stay vigilant, stay ready. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Please help Avalanche Media to reach more people. Subscribe to this channel, smash the notification bell, smash the like button, comment and share. Thanks.